Oh, what does this say?
Shall we take a closer look?
Hoi, friend. Klaus sent word that you've agreed to rescue some of my pilfered equipment. I'd be grateful for aught you can reclaim, truly. Fair warning. Goblins are behind these ox cart raids, I've since learned. No doubt they're hoarding the stolen arms in their den. From the tell of it, their lair lies somewhere along the western road. Pray do be careful. If aught were to go awry, 'twould weigh heavily on my heart. Losing my wares for good would make me sore. But no sack of gold can compare to a fellow life, eh?
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
This town
Trade.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light.
Have we purchased all that we require? We ought to review the contents of our packs just to be sure.
Look, Master! Goblins!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. Well fought, Arisen.
Our foe is not yet routed.
Mayhap 'twas somewhat overdone, but no matter.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
That's what you get!
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Now, what might that be?
We ought to take a closer look.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? But I can take you. This isn't worth my time.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
There is the better one to me! I shan't let them. Palm. Each of us remain alert. I shudder to imagine what would happen if we were knocked off.
For a moment I thought I'd met my end. Oh, my thanks to you, Arisen.
Keep on like this, victory shall soon be ours.
Bear in mind, pride begets peril.
Your magics have faded and must be recast.
Someone's asking for a drumming.
There, Master! Harpies!
You're really pushing your luck.
I'm near enough of this transaction.
Having more of these to hand ought serve us well in battle.
Let us take care when and how we put them to use.
enraged. This creature is capable of calamity.
Would you care for some assistance?
By all means. And what good will that do us if we don't survive? You must needs focus.
Allow me. Tis pleasant. Pleasantly cool here. What with a canopy overhead?
We are not alone here. Monsters lurk near. I sense them.
I quite agree.
Shall we hunt a few monsters to start the day off?
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust.
Seems there are wolves on the prowl.
Most impressive, Master.
Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues.
Not bad, all things considered.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Point right there.
Prepare yourself! Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Are we ignoring the enemy today?
Let us defer to the Arisen's judgment.
Right you are. I knew that I could count upon your strength, Arisen.
As planned. Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. Our foes are like to use the dark against us.
Here we go again.
To arms!
Of course. I will protect you. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
I'll hold on to this. After all, an ounce of attention is worth
I knew you would prevail, Master.
an ill-aborted grow overconfidence. Our foe is not yet routed.
Not bad, all things considered.
As your pack becomes heavier, so too does your step. Perchance you ought to let a few things go.
Douse the flames before it is too late. Fall back, and I will heal you with my magic. Wait right there.
Broken, but methinks there is still a way forward. This is my first time clapping eyes on such an item. I expect my own master has yet to even discover it. Pick up every little thing you find and your pack will soon outweigh you. Well, I know it, yet I cannot seem to resist.
Ah, yes. That sounds familiar. Our results are awaited. What say we make our report?
Uncommon materials can be found here, methinks.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find? Goblins, Master! The arisen has been torched! Quick! Douse the flames! My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait right there.
A hidden path. I suppose there will be monsters lurking beyond it.
Pray keep your wits about you. We needn't go barging in.
Am I the first to notice we've all got different vocations?
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible. I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
This route has seen better days, but there's no sense lamenting it. We'll just have to take the long way round.
Nothing else for it, I suppose.
It is about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
Danger might lurk anywhere. Wear every shadow and mind the ceiling.
Oh, 'twas but a trick of the light.
What bothersome boar put a chest all the way over there?
Is there no way to reach it?
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain...
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself. Shall we prop up our tent and get out of the rain for a spell?
I quite agree.
'Tis a remarkable treasure. We found.
A fitting reward for a rigorous search.
That wasn't a homecoming I envisioned. I knew the village would be in a bad way.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.
Trade favors the patient, I always say.
Well then, son, how might I be of service?
This really is fun, isn't it? This part's a bit different as well.
Boy, you there. Your present.
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Oh-ho! Most excellent. You may now change your vocation to sorcerer, if it pleases you, sir. However, if you wish to register as a warrior instead, you will need to acquire a greatsword. Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Marvelous! You have acquired both an archer staff and a greatsword. You may now change your vocation as desired, sir. What's more, I bear glad tidings. 'Twould seem our arms shortage is at an end. I dare say the armory will be resupplied anon.
A moment long awaited. I'm outstanding.
Have you come to be curious of other vocations? While it is admirable to devote yourself to a single pursuit, there can be no harm in trying something new, particularly if you are eligible for a special vocation, heretofore unseen opportunities of excitement. Hitting potential. Do come again.
A fighter with sword and shield in hand is what I envision when I think of a leader.
I suppose magically inclined vocations inspire a different sort of awe.
Indeed. Some fear magic as a thing unknowable.
Well met. You are come to Shakir's Inn, a place of respite for the weary. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all. Vernworth. Much obliged. The solution eludes me, but I certainly there is one. No easy answers. Well, how might I be of service?
This really is fun.
Come take a look. You'll be glad you did. Always a pleasure.
I cannot wait to put this new equipment to use.
By what margin will it improve our performance in battle, I wonder?
I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
Should you wish to pick your foes off from afar, you need look. No.
I dare say, I've
It will
accomplished.
be an honor to serve by your side.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and
I thank you for the chance to hone my
Please
sword.
dispense with the formalities. They exhaust me so.
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around.
Twas a fine adventure we shared.
I hope I can count on you in a scrape.
This rumor has been troubling me ever since I first caught wind of it. Apparently, there is an illness we pawns can catch beyond the rift that makes us a danger to ourselves and others.
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but were you the one who gave my granddaughter that medicine in Melv? I thought so. She's not stopped talking of her adventure since she arrived home. You have my sincerest thanks for aiding her. That girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other, for all my chiding. Once she gets an idea under her bonnet, there's simply no talking her out of it. Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my wares. Pray, make good use of it, won't you?
My head hurts just thinking about it.
We must rest, though the sun is still up. Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Off we go then.
I hope you slept well.
check the wheels before we depart.
Oi there, friend! Care to help a fellow out? All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got to lose? My thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, it concerns my ox cart business. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road, but now I feel prepared to start making trips to Melv again. Only trouble is, there are still monsters about, and I can't help but worry for the safety of the carts. That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit, the Watchhead's wife, to be delivered to one Sir Leonard in Melv. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. What say you, friend? Splendid! I knew I was right to put my faith in you. Now, the carts only depart at certain hours of the day, but I find that time flies when I take a seat at the station to wait. And mind you, don't forget to pay your way before you board. That's standard practice, and I would advise against trying any funny business. Each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers, see, in case it encounters any monsters out on the road. So anyone thinking of riding for free will have to take the issue up with them. But enough of my lecturing. Just make sure that letter gets to Sir Leonard, then come find me when the job's done. Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time, seeing as you're doing me a favour and all. Come find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
We ought not to keep the recipient waiting.
This ox cart's bound. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due. Out of the car.
Let my magics grant you an elemental aid.
I'll turn you into a Pinkerton!
What was that? What to do? Stand strong! Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
Wearing armor all
I feel my age every time I read it.
You really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts my hairs on end. Yet if all were to befall him, I couldn't live with myself.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
Did you e'er tire of running to and fro?
Alas, would that you were our sovereign.
Fancy a look at my wares?
am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts my hairs on it. Yet if aught were to befall him, I couldn't live with myself.
Living's hard, but dreams are free, I say.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. Puts my hairs on it. Yet if aught were to befall him, I couldn't live with myself. What am I to do?
Here already? Travelling by ox cart was a welcome change.
Mayhap we can employ a cart for our next journey.
Pray slow your feet! You run too fast for the likes of me!
Let us endeavour to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Aye, what can I do for you? Ah, a letter from Lady Margaret, you say? She's a kindly sort, I must say. We met when I worked with her husband, Sir Gregor, on one occasion. Now she's...
We'd best report back.
Oh, I don't know about you, Master.
This ox cart's bound for Vernworth. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Another day. It's been a hot day.
What should I get up?
Looking to rush to your day?
Think you stand a chance? Not on your life. He really...
Feast your eyes on me!
Pull back, and I will leave the magic. It's right there.
What did our number of us punctures?
It wasn't patient, eh?
Seem to be worn out our foe. We'll not find a better moment. Seize the fruits hard and bring it crashing down. I could use some help. Look at it. The beast can scarce stand. A well-placed strike send it gaping skyward.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
Do not falter. We'll take every ounce of our strength, but we can prevail.
Understood. We've got goblins!
Slit your bleeding throat!
We are at our best when we combine our strength. Let my magic imbue your weapons with the fury of the elements.
This ox cart's bound for Mel. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Now I've got the steps in it. This way. Ale.
Ah, you've returned. Splendid! You've been an immense help, I must say. The cart reached its destination safe and sound, and from the tell of it, you even rid the road of a few monsters. You've...
Ox carts seem a convenient choice for longer journeys. I see no harm in making use of them as needed, Master.
You have my support.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. A just is not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all.
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true Arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. There were last...
We have been charged with...
There is much we ought to tend to if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Deez's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of it. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation. There is much we ought to tend to if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Deeza demanded Waldar amend the code of Vermont to her own benefit, and many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, Your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
Onward to Vernworth Castle. It was an eventful journey, but we made...
Right here, till your business is done.
You are the Arisen. Follow me! Tis best you move along. Should one pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
My watch finishes without incident. Naught compares to a real bow.
Such quietude is a blessing.
Nor for it, but to cut my teeth in a ring.
Such quietude is a blessing.
Whoever's my replacement's in for a boot up the arse.
Tie my boots.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I'd simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Sven, where have you been?
Forgive me. I couldn't sleep. I thought a stroll would clear my head.
Lost track of time.
I'll have to remember this.
Wonder if anyone on that
Suppose I
stay
ought
here
to
a bit.
earn my pay.
Now there's a worthy prize, if only 'tweren't so far away.
Whatever am I to do?
Wasn't there aught we had to deliver to someone hereabouts?
We need only pass our burden into the hands that await it.
'Tis as you say.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on... the roads, despite the hour. You know where to find me.
If I were you, Master, I'd not leave this unread.
Let's have a look then.
Good. We're here.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's... How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Deeza's schemes run deep. To think, Deeza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer, I bid you.
Seems we were right to suspect the Queen Regent. We ought to keep an eye on her in the days to come.
That's odd.
Jesus. Now there's a name to remember.
Patrolling does a number on my shoulders.
Tell me I haven't.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May for... Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for... Few can afford perpetual... Well met, Sir Arisen. Many thanks. Hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would be willing to aid me with another matter. You see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious Hand has gone missing. Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange corner of it. Might I impose on you to search for him?
I suppose it goes without saying that our first step ought to be gathering information.
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making some big discovery.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
Is Malcolm who was supposed to go exploring together? Wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down into those vaults.
I wonder what it was Malcolm found. Treasure? Malcolm? All he's doing of late is picking through rubble. Don't know why he bothered.
Don't we have a report to make, Master?
Vaults, you say? By my knowledge, they were sealed off. Ah, but you mention rubble, aye? Then perhaps... Come! I fear there's not a moment. Pray, follow me, and quickly.
We have found a material.
I believe this is the place to which the children were referring. Look, there, a hole. Could he have passed through here? There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. The passage ahead looks small, but we may be able to squeeze through. Let us make haste.
You ought to break it. It shan't be from this side.
Really? Now?
Whenever I see so much as a gleam of treasure, I cannot help but want to claim it, however far it may be from our goal.
Ah, yes. That sounds familiar.
Naught like a curative to fill one with vim. Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen. Now I can breathe freely at last.
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. It's just up ahead. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's like some sort of secret workshop.
Truly, perhaps we ought to take a look.
'Twould behoove us not to fall too far behind our guide.
You have my support. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it. Me.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. 'Tis a veritable treasure trove of wisdom. Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place with others, Sir Arisen? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be misused or mistreated. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy, someone who can appreciate its true value. Pray, as for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place. 'Twill be our little secret. Understood?
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go as you please. Let's investigate this place's secrets together, eh?
It is quite the collection of tomes. I'm sure I'll be seeing stars were I the scholarly sort.
Right you are.
Dead on my feet. Maybe
Anything better than this. Around here. Even the grave.
I don't know what to do.
Now, where was I bound again? To keep my arms strong and my mind sharp.
Tis our duty to see this peace.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
So, you've come, Captain.
I'm dead on my feet after today's training.
Thought ruins your day, like getting cut open.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Aha! Then we are presented with 3 options. Either the law of our world that allows only one arisen has been upended, or Deeza's arisen is false, or you are lying to me. Have you proof that you are arisen, as you say? Ah, they say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be? Escape? But why? Here I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests. And I need not turn my ear to Deeza's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bells? Oh, to think such a place existed. Well, guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit, I ought to be able to find the rest of the way on my own.
I'll not stick my head where it won't cut off.
Must hold out till someone comes to relieve me.
Master?
Aye, this should be far enough. If you truly are arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time or inclination. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible.
Never should have come. There's no way out of this.
Now, where was our bound? It is a fair point.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Someone is looking this way. Is there aught about me that caught their eye?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. As a true, it seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall doubtless be a great boon to our cause. Mayhap it would be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. He might have knowledge that could benefit you on your travels. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this.
Outstanding.
Done at last. Perhaps a brief respite before we take on another?
'Tis vital that we rest and regain our strength before moving on. Shall we get some rest then? I returned safe and sound, and I dare say wiser for my travels.
I've a feeling fortune shall favour us this day.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Shall we? We get underway.
Gather round! Treat your ears when hailed by master storyteller.
Come take a look. You'll be glad you did. Do come again.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Why are you there? Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. It is none of my concern. The fellow said aught about an unusual place.
Saurians!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. By magic, imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Ensure your next attack is no less perfect. Your sword! Do try not to let go. We are at our best when we combine our strength.
You! Have you come to be curious? While 'tis admirable to devote yourself to a single pursuit, particularly if you are eligible for a special vocation, heretofore. Or unseen opportunities of exciting. Do come again.
Hey. Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their cost.
What to make of this?
Pray, allow me to open yon chest.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
Fascinating.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. Early Griffin gets the worm, as they say.
We are to retreat then?
Little does our foe realize how narrowly they escaped death's touch.
I quite agree. I shan't allow any further harm.
An impressive diversion. Shall I finish them off quickly?
Hey, it's clear the two of you know what you're doing. At last, the moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
We've got goblins!
Take that! Over so soon? I would seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Just watch me. The creature's corpse will serve us well.
Go right ahead.
Seems you're looked up now.
Let my magic grant you an elemental boon.
No mercy!
Ah, now here's a surprise.
At least all our efforts weren't for naught. Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
How are we to get through this door?
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Wakestone shards are treasures to be prized, though only when made whole can they work their magic.
We ought to keep it with care, lest we lose it.
The field of battle is wont to pit us against our fellows, but that does not make cutting them down easier to bear.
You'll not live to regret this.
The strongest proof of my negligence. Fall back, and I will heal you with my magics.
One arrow is all I need.
'Tis in caverns such as these that monsters thrive.
What I wouldn't give for a map. Particularly one that could tell us where all the treasure lies.
Understood.
Resurrect so long as their skulls remain intact. But fear not, I shall gladly smash every last one. Was most effective. I'll get that for you.
Hidden path. I suppose there will be monsters lurking beyond it.
Pray keep your wits about you. We needn't go barging in.
Shall I destroy that explosive cast forward, Master? Shall I assist?
I grant the guidance man. Where did not succumb to frostbite?
A fine display of spirit.
Think nothing of it.
Let us see what you're made of.
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait right there.
What could yon chest be hiding? I must know.
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
Was a greater haul than I'd hoped. But it's only made me eager to find more treasure.
A covetous nature is like to invite all manner of misfortunes. A heavy pack not least among them. Look there. Methinks I spy aught.
Protect the shipment! Steel yourself! Cut the fiends down! Don't let them touch the shipment!
Me! How did this happen? We must defend the cargo! They're a tenacious lot.
Our task is complete.
I thank you for coming to our aid. That was a tight spot you saved us from.
And what luck! Nary a scratch on the wares to show for it.
And here I was, hoping for some great treasure. Now I feel a fool.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
You'd think they'd have learned from that last lot that we're obviously trying to
We fight. To arms!
It's easily done.
As you wish. I shall return directly.
The Arisen has been drenched! My curative magics are at your disposal. Went right there. Is your pack slowing you down, Master? Pray, bear in mind that she can open... You carry so much by yourself.
I've just remembered. Is your pack not overburdensome? You carry so much, I worry for your poor spine. We've earned ourselves a pat on the back.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
I'll wager I could make that shot.
You cut quite the hunter's figure. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Feast your eyes on this.
No, don't use this. Grateful to you, Arisen.
It is rather narrow here. Be on your guard.
We ought to hasten our steps, lest we find out slimes. Oh, this'll put me off my dinner.